In the heart of a great jungle, once known for its majestic beasts and green canopies, there lived a lion, not in the wild, but in a cage. His name was Aryan. Once the king of the forest, Aryan had roared proudly atop the cliffs. But a cruel twist of fate, an injury, a trap, had landed him behind iron bars in a dusty roadside zoo. His golden mane had faded. His spirit was dull. His eyes were empty. Every day, people came to stare at him. Children pointed fingers. Some threw stones to make him move. Others laughed when he roared in pain. Aryan hated them. He hated the cage. He hated life. He hated himself. "Why me?" he would ask the wind. "What did I do wrong?" One day, an old turtle named Kavi was placed in the cage next to his. Kavi moved slowly but had a gentle light in his eyes that time hadn't dimmed. For weeks, Aryan ignored him. But one night, when the rain fell harder than usual, soaking the ground and spirits alike, Aryan broke down. "I was a king," he whispered to Kavi. "I ruled mountains. Now look at me. This cage, it's killing me." Kavi looked at him with compassion and said, "It's not the cage that's killing you, Aryan. It's your resistance to it." "What do you mean?" the lion growled, angry. "You're still trying to live like a king outside the cage. While you're inside it," Kavi said calmly. "That's why you suffer." Aryan growled louder. "So I should just give up?" "No," Kavi smiled. "You must stop fighting what is and begin seeing what can be. Suffering begins when we resist reality. Peace begins when we accept it." For the first time, Aryan went silent. "When was the last time you thanked God?" Kavi asked him. Aryan growled. "Why should I thank him for suffering?" Kavi replied. "Because gratitude is the key that unlocks the cage of your mind. If you truly thank God in every situation, not just with your mouth but with your soul, you'll stop suffering, and maybe you'll fly again." Something stirred inside Aryan. That night, for the first time, he whispered through tears, "Thank you, God, even for this pain. I don't understand it, but I trust you." From that day, everything changed. When zookeepers forgot to feed him, he closed his eyes and said, "Thank you, God, for everything." When children mocked him, he smiled within. "Thank you, God, you're still with me." Days turned into weeks. His wounds began to heal. His mane grew thicker. His heart grew stronger. One day, dark clouds gathered overhead. A violent storm rolled in. Winds howled like spirits and rain pounded the earth. Tourists ran. The staff panicked. Trees swayed dangerously. Suddenly, crack! A massive tree outside the lion's cage was struck by lightning. It fell with a crash, shattering the back wall of Aryan's enclosure. Aryan stood frozen. His eyes widened. Freedom. But then he hesitated. Was this a trap? Was this a dream? Or was this an answer? He closed his eyes and whispered, "Thank you, God, for this moment." Then with one mighty leap, he ran through the broken wall, past the zoo, past the fences, into the wild. For hours he ran, through rivers, through fields, through shadows. His legs ached, but his heart soared. Finally, at the break of dawn, he reached the edge of his old jungle. Birds chirped, trees whispered, the sun peeked over the hills. He was home. He climbed the old cliff where he once roared. He stood tall, lifted his head to the heavens, and let out a roar so powerful that even the wind paused to listen. And then, with tears in his eyes, he said it again. "Thank you, God, for everything, the pain, the cage, the storm, everything." Morale. We suffer not because of the situation, but because of our resistance to it. The more we fight reality, the more we bleed inside. But the moment we stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Thank you, God, for everything," something begins to shift. True strength is not just about fighting pain. It's about accepting it, trusting the process, surrendering to God even when nothing makes sense. Because when we show pure gratitude, not just during happiness, but during heartbreak, hunger, and helplessness, we burn our past karma. We stop suffering. And sometimes God sends a storm not to destroy us, but to break our cage and lead us home. Gratitude makes the burden lighter. Faith transforms the prison into a path. And when you thank God in every situation, good or bad, you don't just survive, you rise. So from today, whisper it daily with open heart. Thank you, God, for everything. Because that one small change can transform your entire life. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe for more soul-healing, life-changing stories. And remember to comment, thank you, God, for everything.